All right, man. Setting up still. I just kind of did this randomly on the fly. I don't need to give this topic too much time, but I do want to give it a little bit of flame because I'm honestly disappointed in what I've been seeing from successful women boxers. Um, it's unfortunate what we're seeing in this big drama show that has been taking place with Claressa Shields, and I want to start with Claressa Shields because um, was it the Fire Inside? I think that was her last movie. And sometimes you have to detect where the fire comes from. Um, this woman has a very successful career, but she comes from humble beginnings. And I just realized that when she got to a level of success, a level where she really earned everything that she has now, at this point, whether it be the millions of dollars, the belts, the winning in multiple weight classes, two-time Olympian, the whole list, right? Claressa Shields, she's her, you know. And but at this point, with you know, you become a celebrity and you become famous, you get money. Now you can change your look, you can buy your attraction. And it just sucks that seeing that Claressa Shields and Laila Ali's relationship, how they just couldn't keep it together. They couldn't just because the reason why I'm doing this because I can look at the legendary boxers in men's boxing, right? The ones that came before the ones fighting present day, and they got good relationships for the most part. I don't see the hating for the most part, unless we're talking about like Floyd. Floyd do be kind of hating a little bit, but I would have liked to see Laila Ali and Claressa Shields get along for the sake of women's boxing. Showing that you know um, the passing the torch type situation. But Claressa Shields, every chance she gets, she want to talk about how she's better than Laila Ali. Laila Ali, she did this whole uh, freaking mini documentary on how Claressa Shields is this and how their relationship was fell apart and how she was really in support of Claressa. And I think I got to like 17 minutes and I stopped watching, man. I'm like, this is stupid. This is really dumb. And what they both have in common is they both have, I feel, used each other for clout purposes. You know, instead of trying to uplift each other as women, women boxers, you know, they try to tear each other down. You know, I understand Layla Ali's stance, and she may have been in full support of Claressa Shields, but she fed in to it after a while. When you say something like, I will knock you out, well, that's fighting words. From that point, you forget about being cool after that. You know, I know somebody can't just go on air and say they're gonna knock me out, and I'm gonna just be cool about the shit. You know, and they both are competitors. But I just been seeing that the ugliness, you know, in the character in a lot of these women boxers. You even see present day um, Alycia Baumgardner. You know, Claressa Shields and Alycia Baumgardner beefing, and then it's like, how many times, how many people Claressa Shields got to beef with? At this point, and it's amazing because when I look at, say, Alycia Baumgardner, Claressa Shields, and Layla Ali, you know, the difference between Layla and Claressa is that I think one of them, Layla Ali, she's just She had the benefits of being the daughter of one of the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, and the woman's naturally attractive, and she could fight. You know, she was on the scene before Carissa, and when you got the face card, you can get away with a lot. You know, when you say something, people gonna listen to you more than somebody who don't look as attractive or don't draw in that kind of attention like that. You know, Carissa had to do a whole lot to gain the attention of the public. She had enhanced quite a few things, and that's okay. She earned that too. Her, the you know, the right to enhance her look and do whatever she would need to do. But I just don't see no class. I don't really see the class. I see a lot of ghetto shit in big drama show, and it's not a good look in my opinion. It's not a good look. I didn't finish the Layla Ali 30-minute, rant that she did on Carissa, but I doubted it would amount to them fighting. And that's the thing about it. All of this drama shit between Clarissa, Layla, Alycia Baumgardner, all this stuff, they're not gonna fight though. They're not gonna fight. That's what make this shit pointless. Y'all are just dogging each other in the media on y'all social media platforms. And then what y'all gonna do is Carissa's gonna promote her fight. Layla Ali's gonna promote her little cooking seasonings and shit. And then she gonna do what she do, and then probably come out with a book. And all the while, what we gonna get from it? Oh, a bunch of sisters online who dragged each other, and then they ain't fought though. You know, as great as a fighter Layla Ali was, as beautiful as a woman as she is, being the daughter of the greatest of all time, it's not a good look. I don't think that Muhammad Ali would approve of how she's going about this. You know, and I'm not saying it's her fault. You know, I'm sure Clarissa has said a lot of ugly things. You know, and when you come from humble beginnings like Carissa, the last thing you want to do is be acting ugly out here. You don't want to have no put out that attitude or that aura that is you know that'll turn people off. You know, it's already a lot of people that don't even want to fuck with you like that. But then when you want to get online and then all you want to do is talk down on somebody who actually came before you and who a lot of people are fans of, because there's a lot of people are fans of Layla Ali. When you are, that's all you do. People gonna be like, man, shut your ass up. It get to a point where people tired of hearing you talk. You know, despite all your achievements, despite being undefeated and undisputed in what 4 weight classes, 4-time undisputed or whatever. You know, a lot of times when somebody look better than you, they're gonna take their side. That's just a fact. A lot of people take Alycia Baumgardner's side versus Claressa Shields, and Alycia Baumgardner is a known cheat. That's what's so crazy about it, man. Some people only care about looks. So they're going to side with Alycia Baumgardner, even though this woman did steroids, you know, a known PED cheat, but niggas don't even care because they like, man, she fine though, she attractive. So Claressa Shields, who have never failed a drug test, have won in multiple weight classes, gold medals, hella straps. A lot of people like, shut your ass up, Claressa. You hating on Alycia. When Claressa Shields, when Alycia ain't done half the shit Clarissa done. But just off face card alone, they gonna be like, you know what? Shut your ass up, Carissa. Your hating ass. When she's saying what she's saying about Layla Ali, they like, shut your hating ass up, Carissa. You know? And Carissa has done way more than them. But it's just a bad look. And you know what the common denominator that I've realized? Just women can't lead, man. I don't think women were meant to lead. Um, I see a lack of showing the ability to unite and bring people together without a bunch of drama and shit, you know? And I hope it changes. But definitely in the women's boxing, you know, y'all too envious of each other. Y'all don't support each other really. It's just all about competition and showing off and who looked the best, who got the best outfit or who twerked the best or uh this shit is getting stupid, man. What did you know what did they accomplish out of that? What did Clarissa accomplish trying to drag Layla, and what does Layla accomplish trying to drag Clarissa? Make all y'all look stupid. To me, you know, it's an embarrassment. It really is. You know, you got men's boxers. They seeing greatness take place. We took people are still talking about the greatness of Bud Crawford. So many legends are giving props to him. Men legend boxers are giving him props. I don't see really none of them hating on him. You know, but on the other side of the coin, it's just the opposite, man. I don't see that support. You know, I think more men is probably giving you know Carissa support as far as what she's done in boxing than the women's side. As far as like I don't really be seeing no whole lot of women boxers, former women boxers, come out and say Clarissa is one of the greatest we've ever seen. They don't even support each other. They just jealous of each other, and you know, Alicia thinks she better than everybody in the world. You know, Carissa thinks she's the greatest woman of all time. Laila Ali thinks she's the greatest woman of all time. Shit. And you know what's crazy? Out of those three females I just talked about, you know, I think that if they were in the same era, right? I think Layla Ali would probably knock them all the fuck out. She'll knock out Alicia. She'll knock out Carissa. That's my opinion. But they're not in the same era. But you know who would have probably knocked all of them out? Somebody who ain't even trying to take all the attention. Somebody who's ain't been showing that they want all the attention on internet. And Wolf, where is Rocket Strike when you need him? And Wolf, I believe would have knocked all you hoes the fuck out with the ease. One or two rounds probably a piece. But somebody like Ann Wolf is not online dragging nobody. I even seen her contribute to, and give back. She's trained people to become world champions. You know, I don't see her out here hating and trying to, still shine and twerk. I don't hardly know what's going on in her personal life because, I grew up, I like that energy, man. Knock people the fuck out and go home and shit. Go on about your business. I like that shit. I like this shit better than seeing what Laila Ali, Claressa Shields, and Alycia Baumgardner doing in women's boxing. They do one thing, do some mid ass shit in the ring, you know, probably don't even knock nobody out, go the distance and want to brag about it on Instagram Live and shit or YouTube Live, you know. And Wolf can knock somebody the fuck out and go home and be on to the next. Whatever happened to that? You know, doing what you got to do and getting out the way. But no, they want to be all in the videos. But look, Ann Wolf, this is what I want to. This is what she was doing. Yep, sleep. You know, that's more memorable than I think I seen anything from Laila Ali and Claressa Shields. When I seen Ann Wolf knock that tall white lady out, that was a highlight reel. That highlight tops anything Layla and Clarissa has done combined. You know, That white lady came in there with cornrows and left flat on her back, sleep. You know, y'all dudes are just man. But yeah, that's just nowadays. They think you know all this show off shit that these females do nowadays. They think that shit is in. I don't applaud none of that shit, man. You know how I feel about it? Flame and shame. Flame and shame to all of them, man. Claressa, Laila Ali, to women's boxing, man. Period. None of y'all are leading. None of you guys are. None of you chicks are. You know what I'm saying? All y'all doing is hating on each other. That's it. I don't see y'all set no good example for the next, generation of women boxers. I don't even know who the next generation of women boxers is. You know, I have never. I don't think I've heard of one video where somebody said like, "Oh man, a lady, a young girl boxer saying that they want to grow up and be just like Claressa or Layla or Alycia Baumgardner." I don't even see that shit. Who are y'all inspiring? Y'all are not inspiring none of these young ladies to do nothing but just fight and write books about it. Fight and go live. Fight and eat online like the shit that Claressa Shields be doing. Shit is embarrassing, man. Twerk off competitions online. That is what y'all are showing the younger athlete, women athletes. That's what y'all going when you get to the top, do this. Record a music video. When you get ready to eat, make sure you press record so everybody can see you eat. And if it's a problem, make sure you tweet about it and go live and talk about how this chick is hating and you know it's just stupid, man. Just especially when I hear Claressa saying shit like, I really feel like she's hating on me. And shut the hell up. Why are you talking about somebody who's retired? They hate, let them hate. Let the money pile up, like 50 Cent used to say. Damn. It don't make no sense that you could be on top, got all these achievements, and you so worried about what somebody who has done less than you is talking about. She need to get clout off men. She got to get clout off other females that retired. When is it gonna stop, Claressa? When people get ready to applaud you, like, damn, she won again. Then you go live the very next day and remind us, like, God damn it. This is why we can't really support the shit you do. Because it's always something. It's always some ignorant shit, you know? And when I talk about accomplishments in boxing, I try to pair you up with the greats like Bud Crawford on the other side of the coin. I always try to give you your credit because a lot of people do be shitting on you, act like what you've accomplished in boxing ain't shit. I give you your props, but your character sucks. You know, your character's trash. For being honest, man. You know, I don't think anybody, with their right mind is just looking at you like, oh, that's wifey material. Yeah, that's wifey material. From being honest with you, if anybody gonna say it's wifey material, they're gonna look probably at Layla. We're being real. We're being truthful. And that's the thing about it. With like somebody like Claressa Shields, you're way out of your league with that shit when it comes to you really going at Laila Ali. All she gotta do is smile in the camera and you're cooked. You're cooked. I'm being honest, man. And I'm a married man saying this shit. But I'm being truthfully honest that just off face card alone, you're done, Claressa. Okay. You should have just been like, you know what? I salute Laila Ali. That is a beautiful queen. She paved the way for chicks like me coming from humble beginnings out of Flint, Michigan, looking like this. and she inspired me to be beautiful and to find this fire inside and whatever and shit. But I cannot compete with this woman, you know. Um, you should be on that type of shit. Then we'd be like, you know what? That's a real one right there. You right, Chris. You can't fuck with Layla on that. In the boxing ring, you can scrap. We give you that. You the quote as far as that boxing ring. I give you the stamp. Everything else, absolutely not. No, I don't see you messing with Layla Ali on anything else but the boxing ring. You know, but you can't win in everything. That's it, and that's what Claressa Shields gonna have to get it in her head. You can't win in everything. Things may have not gone your way in life, and that's unfortunate. Some things you can't change, but there's things you have to get over. You must get over certain things, and there's a lot of people that hate on you, Claressa Shields, but not everybody does. And I think that from just a little bit that I've seen from Layla Ali, she showed that she was in support of you, Claressa Shields. She was in your corner. And maybe it was a little envy on your part that you seen this beautiful woman still getting the attention that she gets. And all she got to do is show up. But you have to literally win fight after fight, collect belt after belt, become undisputed after undisputed just to get a little bit of attention, just to get a little bit of credit. And you got to do all of these twerking and all these raps and all this stuff just to get a little bit of attention. And you got to go beef with Remy Ma and take people's mans and shit to get a little bit of attention. Layla Ali ain't got to do none of that. All she got to do is show up. That's the difference. It's just levels. But I'll give you the stamp that in that boxing ring, I don't think nobody can fuck with you. You know, and because you've gone through gone through the stuff that you went through, all the insults you probably heard when you was younger, that created that turned you to the animal that you are in the boxing ring. You know, and that's okay. You must embrace that. You know, but you went you're you know in a war with a pretty beast. And I just think that is this one you might want to fold your cards. Fold your cards. Um, but I still feel it's flame of shame on all of them. I don't hold none of them up at this point in women's boxing. I can't look at none of them and really be like, you know what, that's the one right there. You know, uh, headbutting ass Katie Taylor, nah. You know, half skills McCaskill, never. What you call it? Amanda Surround, hell no, man. Her skills is mid, hella mid. You know, Alycia Gardner, get out of here, man. Steroid using ass. So, whoever y'all consider women's face of boxing, cool. But I don't like it. I don't like what I'm seeing. I'm just seeing a lot of ignorance and ghetto asses. You know, the ghetto ass shit taking place. So that's my rant on these chicks, man. They're counterproductive. If it wasn't for Jake Paul with the MVP, a lot of you chicks will be permanent, full-time housewives or something, or permanent IG thoughts, or I don't know, because a lot of y'all's careers is being saved, and I don't know why. But get as much money as you can. But I honestly hope that somebody in women's boxing can come into the game and turn things around. Somebody who kind of had the Ann Wolf energy, come through, handle business, and get out the way. You see what I'm saying? But all of this, all in the videos and um, saying I'll do this and I'll do that, knowing you motherfuckers ain't gonna fight. I'm tired of that shit. Bunch of cap, bunch of cap and embarrassment taking place in women's boxing. What up, Haplo? Hold on, let me get to some of these comments. Shout out to Haplo Type. See what we got going. This is a bunch of drama. Drama shows. Man, shout out to Trav, Lisa Bells, and everybody catching the playback. Quick little flame of shame segment. Layla came with receipts. Says, I'm sure Claressa will respond with her receipts. Yeah. It's impossible to beat the Ali name in boxing. Shields has accolades, but nothing beats an Ali. I agree with that. That Ali name is too strong, man. You know, the stuff that Muhammad Ali did. Shit, y'all see the attention and love. Nico Ali Wash is probably more famous than Claressa Shields. So have several seats. It's just that's why I said a little earlier. She's a little out of her league with that. You know, it's gonna be funny when someone is calling Claressa out in 20 years when she's old. Oh man, yeah, she ain't gonna be able to go live and talk about that shit 20 years from now. I guarantee it. They gonna say, "Shut your old ass up. You can take a girl out the hood, but can't take the hood out the girl." Yeah, man. And Wolf. I mean, to be fair, Layla stopped that white lady twice after she stopped Ann Wolf, and before Ann fought her again. Oh, word. Wait, hold up. See, I don't be know. As I said, I don't be deep knowing the deep dive resume on all of these chicks like that. And I gotta check. Matter of fact, let me look this up real quick. Since we talking about them, let's pull up some receipts, resumes. Look up Ann Wolf resume real quick. I still like the way Ann Wolf carried it as far as like, you know what I mean? Not trying to be all in the videos and shit. Ann Wolf. Ow! I can't even do it. The ow! Yeah, man, shout out to Ann Wolf. I bet you none of them want to call her out today. Exhibition, none of that. 24-1. Damn, she only got one loss. She was TKO in the third round, November the 30th, 2000, by Valerie Mahfoud. That is a man. No, I'm sorry. Valerie Mahfoud from USA. Damn, she had a terrible record. 19-14. It's not a good loss right there, man. Wolf. I don't know. Damn. Let's see when she knocked her out. Oh yeah, this lady lost to everybody. Okay, so Ann got some get back, but okay, so Ann, damn, how many times? So she TKO Ann Wolf, then fought Laila Ali and got stopped twice, and then after that fought Ann Wolf. Then Ann Wolf won the UD, and then fought Ann Wolf again and lost by UD. So wow, so she fought Ann Wolf 3 times, and Ann Wolf um won the two out of the three, and Laila Ali just cooked her. So, I don't know, man. I wish that fight would have happened, Laila Ali and Ann Wolf. That would be interesting. I don't know why it never transpired, but a lot of people say Layla was ducking. A lot of people say Ann was ducking. I don't know, but hey, now I know. Shout out to receipts to be able to pull up these resumes. But this lady, is that this lady that's six that was tall? No, that can't be the same lady that Ann Wolf knocked out. Nah, because she didn't even knock this lady out. So no, she had a draw, majority draw versus Christy Martin. Shout out to this lady, Valerie, my food. Man, she been in there with a lot of people. Okay. Says Carissa got low self esteem. If she gets some real therapy, she'll be all right. I kind of agree with that. I think Carissa got low self esteem. All this other stuff, the stuff that she do online is just, fucking. She's expressing. It's coming from a insecure place, low self esteem place. All this stuff she's doing, especially when she was coming at Laila Ali. Shout out to whoever edited that shit for Laila Ali. I was like, damn, somebody really put the work in. I said when I was watching the video, I said, if Claressa Shields going to counter this shit, she better get somebody in the lab. It can't just be some regular ass press record and go live. Nah, Laila Ali said, all right, we're gonna put some work into this shit. We're gonna have receipts, we're gonna have editing. They really did a good job on that video. I just didn't have time to watch the whole thing. That shit was like, I was like, whatever, man. This is bringing my spirit down. I used to kind of like Layla Ali back in the day. I have never liked Claressa Shields. She's just toxic to me. See what I'm saying? A lot of people just off default fuck with Layla over Claressa Shields. I wonder what kind of meals Claressa Shields Chris is making at home for Papoose. Bro. I don't know, but what she always eating online. I had to stop watching Claressa Shields live streams. I'm tired of seeing that shit, smacking that shit online. Nobody want to see that, bro. Man, shout out to Modern King, man. We here, family. Man, shout out to everybody once more catching the playback. I said she probably make a mean sloppy joke. Yeah, man. Hell yeah, you know she know how to make sloppy jokes. Humble beginnings promotions. Definitely for Claressa Shields, man. She's come a long way. She's come a long way. But mayonnaise and peanut butter sandwiches and shit, all kind of humble ass meals. She definitely know about. A lot of us know about them shits too, but she definitely know about that. Flint water and peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwiches. She definitely know. I love the squabbling black. Let's go. Maybe these two will fight because I never thought I would say Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson trying to square off in the ring. Man, nah, I don't think so, man. I definitely don't recommend. At this point, I definitely don't recommend Layla doing it. You know, I think all the men listening to this can agree. Just stay at home, Layla Ali. Be a housewife, cook those meals, and you know, that's it. There's no need for you to be going back and forth with this chick, Claressa Shields, man. There's no need. You know, she probably needs you more than you need her. You know, I mean, like I said, all this lady got to do is just show up. I smell the hate. Quote just from the hood, black. She don't know no better. You'll learn today. Big Drama Show promotions. Yeah, man. Shout out to Yuli X. Women boxing must be dry for Ali and Shields beef. It's dry as fuck. That's what I'm saying. This is why they got to do shit like this. And then she's going to try to, ride the momentum of this, Claressa Shields that is, and try to say, all right, y'all. Now, y'all, I'm about to do this now, y'all. Shut that shit up. Nobody care about all that. All you gonna do is eat. And eat online. And this is the thing about it. I want to say this too. This is why sometimes, man, some chicks can just really just be trifling and careless and selfish. Because you know what? You know who not gonna fight? Carissa and Layla Ali, they're not gonna fight. But you know who could end up fighting? Papoose and Layla Ali's husband on some shit like that. She can go get out of hand. Like men squabbles. You know, chicks be doing shit like this and be getting their men involved in shit that they ain't trying to be involved in, but just off default, they might have to knock a nigga out because you trying to come to the honor of your chick, whatever. And it's just like, look, man, chill out, bro. That's between them two. Oh man, don't tell me to chill out. What you say? And it could just escalate quick. Men squabble and kill each other. Like it goes there. Women, all you chicks do is tweet, yell online, and don't nothing become of that shit. Chicks be getting men mixed up in a lot of shit, and I don't like that. Y'all be doing a bunch of dramatic shit, and don't nothing happen. But we'll try to get a bodyguard mixed up in some shit, or get your man mixed up in some shit. When you should just shut the hell up and you know what I mean, stay out the way. You know what I mean? Focus on your next opponent, Claressa. And Layla need to focus on your next book, nigga, or your next recipe. Cause that's all you gonna do. Should be cap. Yeah, Haplo. Stop. Yeah, man. Women's boxing right now is a joke, bro. Absolute joke. Says I enjoy Laila Ali PowerPoints. Black no lies detected on her receipts, but I'm a Rissa super fan. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm a fan of Claressa Shields' fighting ability. Um, shoot. I mean, I'm a fan of Laila Ali too, and Ann Wolf. you know, Alycia Baumgardner is mid. Y'all be hyping her. You know, ever since they took steroids out the equation, she been going life and death with regular smugglers. You know, and she be having hella makeup cake, um, birthday cake makeup. Claressa Shields should probably get a fight with Tank Davis though. Yeah, I got Tank. I got Tank. One round. Carissa's delusional, and that's one thing Layla don't be doing. She don't be talking about I can knock men out and shit. Yeah. If she really feeling froggy, go ahead and leap in the ring with Tank after the Jake Paul fight. That'd be hilarious. You know. And Layla can go out in the sunset, not have to worry about nothing else because Tank will do Carissa filthy. That's really all I got, man. Flame of shame to these so-called women leaders and role models. Doing a tremendous job, ladies. I must say, tremendous job y'all doing. Leading the way for the other generations of young ladies, athletes. You know, y'all showing them how to do it. So shout out to y'all. You know, who will be the next quote? We say cake promotions, man. Makeup cake. Let's see. Like when Carissa brother KO'd that old man at the weigh-in. Right. She was trying to deny the shit out of that too. I wonder if he's still locked up for that. Probably not. But yeah, man, knocking out old ass senior citizens. Just ghetto asses. Claressa Shields really believed that she could beat guys like Keith Thurman and Golovkin. Yeah, delusional, man. Knock all them teeth out. She get in there with Triple G or Thurman. I forgot. Thurman is hilarious. Thurman did say some shit like, I forgot what he said. Carissa did not have a counter after that shit though. Keith do be having some one liners. Hey man, y'all have a great weekend, man. Who we got? Danny Garcia this weekend. He's actually fighting tonight. Oh yeah, she did get beat sparring already by some Polish guy, I think. She was like, shut up! She was trying to yell and shit. Got caught. That'd be funny when they be trying to talk shit. Yeah, yeah, what you gonna do? And they get hit with some clean check hook. That shit was hilarious, man. That shit went viral as fuck. Cause Carissa was on the tear talking about she'll whoop niggas. And then somebody put that sparring out immediately. I was like, damn, internet is undefeated. Soon as he said, I whoop Keith, I whoop Triple G, they put that little skinny Polish guy sparring footage out there. I should have put that up too. Yeah, Carissa, you gotta calm down. Yeah, yeah, man. Appreciate everybody that pulled up, man. About to give me some breakfast. Polly Malignaggi fighting? What do you mean? What, he fighting the power or something? What do you mean he's fighting? Like for real in the ring? Oh yeah? Who's he fighting, man? I only be seeing him do the pro box commentary. That's it. What's up, actual? Shout out to actual facts up in here, man. I hope Rissa don't lie or stretch the truth, Black, but we need them to fight. Everybody enjoys a great legendary grudge match with legitimate beef. True media. I mean, it's not this fight's not gonna happen, bruh. It's not, you know. Before I go, man, did Layla Ali before the video ended that she did, on that rant on Claressa Shields, did she say anything about a fight happening? Did she say anything about getting in the ring with Claressa Shields? You know, that's all I want to know. Yeah, calm down promotions. Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, be honest with you, if y'all catching this, man, y'all subscribe to me. Y'all gonna have to just tap in, man. I've been one of them in that little shadow band category for quite some time now. So you're just gonna have to tap in to see if I've uploaded anything because they are not going to tell you. They are not going to send notifications, emails, none of that. Telegram, postcard, nothing. Black Horseman is on his own, and you must tap in to understand what is going on over here. Bare knuckle. Oh no. What is going on with Polly Malignaggi, man? I think some dudes want CTE. There's going to be a part two. Oh yeah? She is going to monetize the shit out of these videos, man. Carissa better leave this lady Laila Ali alone, man. She just gonna make more money off Claressa Shields. I mean, but if she really want that bag, she can jump in the ring with it. But she just gonna get these twos and fews, I guess. This shit's stupid. It's really dumb. And you know who probably don't like it? Papoose and Laila Ali's husband. They like, man, you females, y'all need to calm this shit down, man. You know, y'all embarrassing me. Shit. Papoose got to be embarrassed by this. And Laila Ali's husband got to be embarrassed by this shit. Well, he may not be that embarrassed, but Papoose is definitely embarrassed. That's why he been swinging on niggas, man. He been getting with these females that has been embarrassing him, man. I feel sorry for Papoose, man. He keeps getting with these females that keep embarrassing him, putting him in situations where he's gonna have to knock somebody else out, man. Unfortunately, yeah, he got hands, but do you think he really wants to just be out here swinging on people, bro? It's 2025. He don't want to just be G checking niggas. He want to be able to go somewhere calmly and not have to worry about no drama. You know, no man want to be going somewhere and just have to be worried about drama. You know, peace. That's what he wants, man. This man is a grown ass. I'm sure he in his 40s. Grown ass man. He don't want to be worried about no bullshit. Paulie and bare knuckle go together like pickles and ice cream. Paulie tripping, man. Probably gonna get hurt. Layla Ali is too old to be fighting now. Hell yeah. Man, I did actually see your notification. You did? Man, shout out to the twos and fusers getting my notifications, man. Monetize minds, man. Yeah, man. The fuck? Yeah, Pap need to find him a red. She said Pap need to find him a red bowl. Some dog. Man, some of these chocolates you've been dealing with lately, man. They still got them what you call it, they still got the hood. The hood syndrome in them, man. Freaking yeah, man. They still ain't shook off them hood symptoms. It's crazy though, man. You right here, Rissa, but you got some explaining to do. Little light skinned tragic mulatto thing. Yeah, man, something, bruh. Go get you a Creole, free your mind, some shit, man. Get you a Hispanic, but no panic, you know, or a Haitian or a Haitian. I don't know, man. Do something, but yeah, man. I thought Claressa Shields was gonna calm down, be calm after a while, cause she was on that shit and she was with. Then as soon as she started dating Papoose and started calming down a little bit, then next thing you know, she back at it. And you low key was one of them videos she was doing. She was trying to do this little dance challenge, and Papoose walked by in the background. Like, what the fuck she in here doing? Who's she twerking for? Cuz I was like, up, see, that nigga Papoose, man, he can't even relax in the house, bro. He hears some old I'm in Pearl and Circle, like he hears some old fucking twerking ass song on some shit. Next thing you know, he gotta walk out like, hold up, hold up. He getting a flashback of Remy Ma doing some shit. I feel bad, man. These CEOs gotta stop stressing our good brothers out, man. Creole free your mind, baby boy. Yeah, man, something. So yeah, man. You know, hopefully, see what I mean? I'm rooting for my brothers out there, man, to find something classy, not trashy. You know what I mean? It's a thin line, man. I say that all the time. It's a thin line between classy and trashy. You know, some of you women just don't have no class. And I think Laila Ali has class, but this shit you doing right now, this war you with, you in a war with trash. You know, someone who comes from really a trashy city. I'm not really trying to put down Claressa Shields, but she comes from that environment. I'm pretty sure Laila Ali comes from clean floors, fresh, pure water, fresh air, green grass, you know, luxury cars in the driveway. Different life. It's a different, you know what I'm saying? Different levels. So Layla Ali has to realize that. And Claressa Shields must realize that. You are barely getting a glimpse of how she grew up. Layla Ali grew up lovely, probably like lovely, lovely, you know, and had her dad around, had a dad that she could say, this is my daddy, you know. I don't know if Claressa was able to grow up and be like, yeah, this is my daddy, like say it with a chest, and be proud about it, We're just speaking the truth, about this, to where Late Ali has less to be mad about. Claressa Shields has a lot to be mad about, man. So we can understand when you out here acting out and going off Claressa Shields. But it's not a good look for you, Claressa Shields. Definitely not a good look. Nobody want to see you mad and yelling and screaming and hollering and going off. Nobody want to see that. We want to see you happy, smiling, and being supportive and positive. Claressa Shields, embrace positivity. You have done enough with this negative bag, with this big drama show bag. You've shown us enough of that, quote. You know, if you want to consider yourself greatest one of all time, start doing great stuff. Start portraying great character when you online, when you press record. Give more attention to positivity more than negativity. You got that power, Claressa Shields. You know, but just like I said earlier, this is not a knock. I stand on this shit. Women can't lead. At least not without no man. There was one point where a man and woman was doing it together. But we see when one of them try to do without the other, it's in shambles. You look at this United States, you look at all over the place, you know. But definitely women can't lead, man. Y'all have shown time after time that y'all can't handle the top. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Can't even appreciate the position you in. You know? Claressa Shields being the greatest woman of all time, she should be trying to uplift every former woman boxer, whether it's Ann Wolf, Laila Ali, Christy Martin, um, anybody that has came before her. But she don't do that. All she want to talk about me, quote, me, quote, great woman all time, quote. To where people's like, shut up. Shut the hell up. Sick of hearing that. I got 2 gold medals. I got 4 times on the street. Shut up. You know? You don't want to talk about nothing else but you, huh? How about when you press record, you in front of another great? You know what? I would rather see you and Laila Ali together, you know, smiling, getting along. What happened to legendaries, all-time greats getting together? We have an all-time great in our era, Claressa Shields, and ATG and Laila Ali that don't get along. But Bud Crawford get along with Mike Tyson. He get on with Lennox Lewis. Who else? Buster Douglas. All the greats. James Toney. They not hating. The legendary fighters. Ali didn't hate on Mike Tyson. Females, y'all, man. Fucking jealous ass chicks, man. They can't lead and they can't freaking show love to somebody else who's doing something good or better than them. So always got to be a competition. Women are way more competitive than men. Men are more athletic, strong, and all that, but women are way more competitive. They compete in every fucking thing. You know what they haven't mastered? Getting along, coexisting with other females, and not trying to tear them down and hate and be jealous. Terrible. Horrible leaders in women's boxing. Horrible leaders, just period. There ain't no women leaders at all. You know what, Chris? Lisa Bells? There may be some great leaders, but where are they at? I'm talking about the ones that are in these type of positions like Claressa and Laila Ali. Every time they get to a position like this, they're not good leaders. They don't lead at all. They don't set good examples. They don't. And I say that out of love. And the one thing about it is when you saying sometimes when a male is saying something real to a female, they gonna take it the wrong way. Like we trying to tear them down. Actually, I love my sisters. That's why I'm doing this video. Because I hate seeing y'all fight and hate and be jealous and tear each other down. This is women love doing this shit. Showing how ghetto and trashy they can be online. But when I talk about them in a good light and seeing them be better leaders, then it's a debate. No, I'm not trying to debate. It's not a debate because overall they're not leading. We could talk about any genre. We could talk about any category. I don't see the leaders. What examples are they setting other than showing off their body online and showing and going at the next female hating? That's all I see. But like I said, on the men's side, they may do some of that too. But I still see men that are in high positions showing that, you know what, they can show love and humility. I talked about Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford shows support to Shakur Stevenson, another current boxer. He helps boxers. He don't hate. He don't tear down other men boxers. He ain't going live every day talking about me, and showing his belts every day and this, that, and the third. So yeah, that's the only part I'm talking about. She believes she should be pound for pound number one. In women's boxing, she is, not in men. Roy Jones Jr. hating on Mayweather though. Mayweather's hating on Roy Jones Jr. I think the energy is mutual in a sense. I don't think Roy Jones hates on Floyd Mayweather Jr. Mayweather hates on Roy Jones. Mayweather hated on Ali. He hated on, I think, all the greats that came before him. So I'm gonna call out the haters. I am gonna call out the haters. And y'all know I have flamed Floyd Mayweather. Like I said before, I have flamed his ass. Crawford is cool with Usyk. Yeah, look at the other fellow champions in men's boxing. They get along just fine. You know, they different colors. They from different neighborhoods. Different um, religions and backgrounds, and they can still find a common ground to respect each other and get along and say, you know what, hey, that's a bad boy right there. I remember when people were saying to Bud Crawford in the interview, hey, how do you feel about people saying Usyk is number one pound for pound? He's like, hey, man, he's a great fighter. If that's how they feel, that's how they feel. I can't take nothing away from him. He said, when he beat Tyson Fury, woo, woo, woo. Wasn't hating. Being great ain't just about what you do in your craft. It's about everything. You know, Someone who's great works on every aspect: personality, relationships, how you deal with people, how you deal with the media, how do you carry yourself in the ring, in the public, all of that. Look at what Amanda's doing at MVP. She's going to develop talent. Yeah, shout out to MVP Promotions, Jake Paul, and if Amanda is paving the way for Puerto Rican chicks, Puerto Rican boxers and boxers to come, that's cool. Shout out to her. You know. And I will say that about Amanda Serrano's spirit. She do have a good spirit. It doesn't seem like she really do the hating. So I will give you that. Amanda Serrano is I don't, as far as her skills, I don't have her up there. But as far as she does always say that after every fight, you know. Um, you guys, y'all should appreciate what we're doing. We work very hard, and she's been pushing for 3 minute rounds and stuff like that, and equality. So I do respect Amanda Serrano. I do respect Amanda Serrano as far as the what she's tried to do to change the sport of women's boxing. So I do like Amanda Serrano's character better than Claressa Shields, you know. And shout out to Jake Paul, a male, who actually is investing in women's boxing and giving them the opportunities. But in the midst of him giving them these opportunities, a lot of them still portraying this ungrateful ass character. You know, um, Alycia Baumgardner need to be humble as fuck. Somebody who fucking pop for steroids, she's still getting the opportunity to make money and become a world champion, and yet she's still out here, you know, want to be ghetto and classless like she is. And out of the ones that we've named, where we talking about Carissa, Laila Ali, and Ann Wolf, she's the only one out of that list that has popped for steroids. You know, but like I was talking about earlier, only thing a lot most people care about is how somebody look, so they give her a pass. You know, because of her features. They say, you know what, I'm a big fan. Got a lot of fanboys and fangirls of Alycia Baumgardner. Despite her being a cheater in the sport of boxing. You know, like I say, hopefully we get in the future, some boxers like Ann Wolf, somebody who come through, handle business, knock you the fuck out and go home, and don't care about showing off and twerking online. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Women's boxing wouldn't be in the Olympics if it wasn't for Katie Taylor. Oh man, that's a great stat right there. Shout out to Katie Taylor. Shout out to headbutting ass Katie Taylor. You definitely are someone that is a pioneer. So if she's definitely one of the pioneers, then definitely that's somebody that Claressa Shields should definitely still hold at a high esteem as well. Because if that's the case, then her 2 gold medals wouldn't even be a factor. And She loves to bring that up all the time. Claressa Shields love to talk about her gold medal. So, if Katie Taylor is one of the ones that paved the way for women Olympics, shout out to Lisa Bills because I didn't know that. But if that is true, then hey, shout out to her. Definitely shout out to her. You know. So I do respect the ones that pioneer, lead, you know, and do what they need to do. So shout out to Lisa Bells making the points on leadership and pointing out the certain women that are doing it because yeah, I'm not always right, and iron sharper iron, and Lisa's definitely sharp, and her boxing knowledge is second to none. So I'm glad that she informed me on that. The leaders that are in women's boxing and that ain't doing no you know dumb shit like Laila Ali and Claressa Shields is doing right now because it's just an embarrassment. It's a distraction. It just takes people's attention off of the craft, you know, which is what we witness in men's boxing. That's what we witness in women's boxing. People throwing hands, being smart, and coming up with game plans and getting their hand raised at the end of at the end of the fight. That's what it's really about. Not all this other stuff, this war online and shit. But yeah, man, shout out to the greats, the ones that have paved the way, and hopefully we get better examples and better representation going forward in women's boxing. Um, Danny Garcia getting slept. This is actual facts. Damn. Shout out to Rasclot. Said Ann Wolf is the very first stud, which makes her the most powerful of all. Man, shout out to Rasclot, man. Grand rising to you, homie. He said fifth round. Okay. All right, man. I gotta get some breakfast, man. I did this live stream longer than I expected, but I appreciate y'all pulling up, and y'all can give y'all thoughts on this topic, man. What y'all feel on this whole soap opera, man? This big drama show between these beautiful sisters, man. Leash, Layla Ali, Claressa Shields. Do you agree with me? Is it an embarrassment? And you know, um, I just feel like in this sport of boxing, if all of this talking shit ain't gonna amount to y'all getting in the ring, then it's a waste of time. It's just a bunch of drama, and y'all just doing this shit to capitalize monetarily. So that's how I feel on it. But flame of shame to them because I feel like Layla Ali could be doing a lot better things with her time, and Claressa Shields could be doing a lot better things with their time. But hopefully y'all got something from this video. I appreciate everybody that tuned in and contributed to it. Lisa Bales, Rasclot, Actual Facts, Uliex, who else, man? Modern King Boxing, Haplotype, Hawker Mustang, QT, Trav, and if I miss somebody, my bad, man. But I appreciate everybody that pulled up for this one and everybody that caught the playback. I am your host, the Black Horseman. Till the next one, man. I'm out. Peace.